April 25, 1945, stands as one of the most defining moments in Italian history, a day that marks not just the collapse of fascism, but the resurrection of a nation's soul. For over 2 decades, Italy had been held hostage under the iron grip of Benito Mussolini's fascist regime, a regime that silenced dissent, glorified violence, and dragged the country into one of the most catastrophic wars in human history. By the 1940s, Italy was a battleground, divided between the Axis-aligned puppet state in the north and the Allied-liberated south. But Liberation Day was not just a gift granted by foreign armies, it was a hard-won victory by the Italian people themselves, especially the partisan fighters who risked everything to take back their cities, their dignity, and their future. On that fateful day, the streets of Milan and Turin were no longer under fascist control. The partisans, men and women from all walks of life, many of whom had lost family, homes, and safety, rose up with fire in their hearts and rifles in their hands. They did not fight merely to replace one government with another. They fought to reclaim the very idea of Italy, from a country enslaved to fascist propaganda to one built on democracy, resistance, and freedom. In a final act of reckoning, Mussolini was captured, tried, and executed by the partisans. His broken body, strung up in the public square, became a gruesome but powerful symbol that tyranny had a price, and justice would no longer be silenced. Yet Liberation Day is not just a celebration of victory, it is a call to memory and vigilance. It reminds us that fascism does not always come with jackboots and salutes. Sometimes, it creeps in through fear, through silence, through the normalization of oppression. The partisans were not perfect heroes, but they were necessary ones, imperfect people who made the impossible choice to resist when obedience was safer. Today, Italy honors their courage, not with parades alone, but with the critical question, what would we do if it happened again? Liberation Day is not just about the past. It is about a promise that democracy must be defended not just in times of war, but in every moment of complacency. And that freedom, once reclaimed, must never be taken for granted.